Hello and welcome back to the Summoner's Guide to Final Fantasy XIV. This time we are playing the patch 3.4 story dungeon, Xelphatol. No, Xelphatol is not the name of a prescription drug. It is in fact the headquarters of the Ixal beast tribe. And a pretty fun little dungeon. Okay. So random AoEs are going to drop as you go, so stay out of them, of course. Nothing too special about these early pulls, though I should probably use some hate mitigation. Again, the common speedrun strategy is to basically pull everything up to the gate. You can actually do this in 2 pulls. We are doing smaller pulls on this run, which is fine. Alright, so when you get those first 2 pulls down, that gate opens. Again, it is not uncommon for the tanks to pull everything up to the gate at this point as well. Alright. That, I believe, is the remainder of the trash for this run here. Now, I am going to have to kind of remind myself what the bosses look like on here, but fortunately, I am a little more familiar with this dungeon than a lot of the other 3.x dungeons, as I've played it more recently. Oh yeah, this one's fun. Alright, so, start off just a normal fight with the guy until he eventually takes off into the air. In fact, I want to make sure to get everything I can on him before he takes off. Yeah, he casts a lift. That's the ability he casts to take off into the air. Now, at this point, you'll see a little swirling vortex on the ground, which is actually going to be immediately below where he is. So you want to kill the ads first, then take care of the floating turret. When the turret goes down, somebody needs to be standing in the vortex, so when you cast Hot Blast, it will knock whoever is in that, or knock everybody up. And if somebody's in that vortex, they'll pop the balloon for the boss. When the air stones appear, these are actually going to make the boss invulnerable until you destroy them. Alright, so once you've got that taken care of, push as much DPS as you can on him, and hopefully you can take him down before he casts Lift again. It's gonna be close. Oh, we got him. Now, if he manages to cast Lift the second time and go up in the air, there will be a bunch of air stones that you need to kill to expose the turret, but then you kill the turret as normal. I'm going to roll on that to see if the glamour on him is any good. So that's really what you need to keep in mind. Make sure it's somebody, and as a ranged DPS, it could most certainly be you. But make sure that somebody is in that little vortex when the turret dies. And that's really all you need to know. Kill the air stones to make whatever they're tethered to vulnerable. Alright. In these arenas, you want to stay in the middle, because the outside will be spikes, and you'll take I don't know if the spikes necessarily hurt you while you're standing on them, but you will take increased damage from attacks while you're on the spikes. So don't be on the spikes. I do really like the layout in this dungeon. Alright, waiting for everybody to gather up, then I'm going to unleash pain. The trash pulls in this second section are a little more substantial than the first. And again, you'll see a lot of tanks when they're speed running pulling a lot more in one place. Pick up the key to open that gate. All right, up to the next floor. And always something I like to catch a glimpse of on the way up here, just because I'm weird like that. Look forward and biggies. Biggies! But we're not going to have time to watch the piggies. Instead, we're going to take care... Oh, shoot. I used Bane too early, and it didn't spread the... There we go. Yeah. One problem with using Bane and, for that matter, Fester, is occasionally if you don't wait for the actual status effects to resolve on your initial target, and you use Bane too early, it will fail. Okay, so this second boss is an arena much like the arenas you fought the Gubus in, where the outer part of the arena is going to have the spikes on it. You're going to want to position yourself in a section of the arena that has one of those platforms on it. And you can tell because those little beams that come out from the center will separate the arena into sections. You just want to be in a section that backs the one of those pillars, and that move right there is the reason why. On high will you'll go to the middle and knock everybody back, and when that happens, you want to be sure that you're going to be knocked back to the platform. Now, if you get marked by one of these, try to run it into the middle, between two of the platforms. Then, get back into position. And there you can see why. That tornado does constant damage if you're inside of it. And so you don't want it to be positioned where there is where one of your safety platforms is. I'm going to move that over there. As soon as he hits me with it, I'm going to get back into position. And that's really what you mainly need to know. Now, you may occasionally run into an instance where he marks you right about the same time he casts on high. If memory serves me correct, on high will always resolve first. So get into position from on high, then once you're knocked back, then move to reposition the Cyclone. Alright, so this next section can be really easy or really challenging, depending on your DPS output. I don't expect this to be very challenging. And what it really comes down to are these war balloons that are coming in on this first section from the left, and the second section that comes from the left and from the right. The war balloon needs to be killed first. So concentrate your attack on the war balloon. If you don't kill the war balloon, it's going to go back to the other side, pick up a bunch more enemies, and then bring them back. Obviously, that's not something you want. Pick up the air stone. And then head through this teleporter here to the second section. Now, in the second section, you're going to have an airship come from the left first, and then from the right. As a DPS, you're going to want to move in and target the war balloon first. As soon as the war balloon is down, you're going to want to target the other one. Lest it does that. Okay, well, now we're going to have to wait for the war balloon to come back. Again, back when this was content everybody was playing regularly, it was common practice for the DPS to immediately head over. We're not going to be able to go yet. War balloon isn't dead yet. need to kill these ads. And this is why you want to kill the war balloon first, because it just makes the encounter longer, if you know. Alright, once you're through both war balloon sections, you only have one more trash bowl, and then the final boss. Now this is a little tougher of an encounter, kind of more of a mini boss than an actual trash bowl. So, once all those are down, now we're going to fight basically what's an Ixal summoner. And he's going to summon Garuda. But we'll show you how that goes as we go. Alright, so start off, you want to stay kind of mid-range. There's going to be some moves you got to worry about. There's a spread-out mechanic, there's also a stack-up mechanic. There is our spread-out mechanic, so just don't overlap with anybody. Shortly thereafter, we're going to see a stack-up mechanic, so be ready. Alright, everybody stack. Now eventually he's going to move to the north end of the arena. When he does, he's going to summon Garuda. Keep pressing the attack on him. And watch for Garuda's AoEs. You'll want to do the spread out mechanic. Now, because he did the spread out mechanic as part of the Garuda summon, the next thing you're going to want to watch for is the stack up mechanic. So in fact, you're probably just going to get into close range with everybody. Draw, get out of the way. Alright, watch out. The next summoning of Garuda is about to happen. Now watch out, this time she's going to use a donut AoE, so get out to the appropriate part of the donut, and then she's going to cast her ultimate. So hopefully you're topped off enough that it doesn't absolutely waste you. And now it's basically a repeat of all the mechanics you've seen until the end of the fight, which should be any moment now. And so there you have it. That's Xelphatol. Fairly straightforward, and some fun mechanics to deal with, though. So, next, the only thing we have left in 4.4 is the second piece of the Warring Triad trials. Specifically, the Sophia, the goddess. And that will be what we do next. And until then, have a wonderful day.